himself and PO snatched away $15 million of Labour Party money. And that was the reason why, up to today, PO stood by Abure. So how could you from here run to Kano, seeking an expert application to stop Matura Papa from taking over that account that belongs to Labour Party? But they have been told to put us on notice. We will expose. Our lawyer has just, gotten the document. He's on his way to Kano. We don't want to expose him so that they will not go and kidnap him on the way. But once he gets to Abuja, everything will do another press conference to show all of you that they have a sinister motive for them. We are operating UBA account, and suddenly they went to open another Zenith Bank account that all of us are not privy to. But only for them to run to court in Kano to prevent us, even when they have filed appeal against the one in Abuja here, they have already appealed the dismissal of the preliminary objection they raised against the ruling of the FCTI court. But we were shocked to hear that they have filed an appeal against the dismissal of their preliminary objection. So what we are saying is this, that we are now at the verge of losing the only governor that we have due to gross incompetence of Abure, the suspended national chairman, in connivance with Mr. Peter Obi, because they were the one that were toying with all the northern states then. All of you remember, in the constitution of the presidential campaign committee, all the northern states, they put a southeast man as the coordinator and a northerner as the deputy coordinator. This was what causes us to lose all the governorship candidates, the Senate, the rep, before the election to APC and PDP, in Kano, in Jigawa, in Bauchi, in Yobe, in Zamfara, in Sokoto, because all these people, they ventilated their anger that why will you put a non-indigene of their state above them? Is it because the northerners are not qualified? But today, they are seeing it because we just need to break the news before they will now begin to twist facts to the public that Abure has made Labour Party to lose that single governor that we have in Nigeria now. That is Alessoti of Abia, because the Federal Court in Kano has ruled that we did not comply with the electoral that said you ought to submit your membership register to INEC 30 days before primary so that they will know it is your member that elected your representative. But these are the things we failed to do because Abure was busy collecting money, our money, to his personal account in connivance with Mr. Peter Obi. That is, the breaking news. Now, on the issue of the court tomorrow, we have received threat from the following people. Kennedy Anotu, I stated his number in that press conference. Prince Jude Ejike, Honorable Imeje Ikeshuku, and one Omaba. The threat center around them wanting us not to come to court tomorrow, else we'll be killed. So we are only alerting the Inspector General of Police because we are going to attend that court. Every one of you saw what happened there yesterday. We are going to attend that court. They can carry out their plan to assassinate us because we know that Obi himself is supposed to conduct himself in a civil manner. When you are in a party and you don't want to respect the leadership, just like as he did in PDP, he did that in ABGA, and now he's doing in Labour Party. When you don't want to respect the constitutional authority, we on our part, we will also not, give you that respect. On the issue of Abure, he must know that when an order is given, like the one order of on the 5th of April, that order must be respected, and you are not the one to choose which order you are going to respect. And they filed a preliminary objection to our suit, which was dismissed May 12th. All the 4 grounds were dismissed by the court. By implication, the order subsists that Abure remains suspended. But we were all shocked yesterday that a man in the like of Peter Obi, we are in court to seek justice, yet we have the audacity to be disrespecting the order of the FCTI court. If the people is sued to court, at the end of the day, if we are able to win, and they are now calling for the head of Nigeria, I don't know what he wants to say. It's the same Abure that was with him yesterday, claiming, to be chairman of the party by sending one representative that had been suspended, by our party. Every candidate, the name they did in Asaba is also null and void because it was done against an FCTI court that had not been set aside. And not another that was made by a court until when it's set aside, you cannot disobey it. And no man is given the right to choose which order he want to obey, which order they want to disobey. So we have to put this thing in the full perspective of you gentlemen of the press, that the issue in Labour Party is not about the tribunal that we are doing. It's about our own party. What are we selling to the public? We are saying we are not PDP. We are saying we are not like APC. We are condemning every malgovernance, malfeasance, executive rascality that have been displayed by previous administration. But today, the FCTI court on the 5th and on the 12th sustained that order, restraining Abure, their agent, privy, their assignee, or any other person from parading themselves in capacity as national officer. But today, our president candidate stood with them that order will not be obeyed. It's just for Nigeria to know that we are saying, as our candidate, we must obey order of the court, because it is that same order, once it dish out from the Court of Appeal, must be respected, whether for or against. You don't now begin now to malign, the name and character of justices of High Court, of Court of Appeal, or Supreme Court, simply because you thought you can hoodwink them. So we are saying that it is totally wrong for PO to be standing with Abure. We were not the one that made him to commit that crime. We did not ask him to collect money from candidate. He was the one that forged the signature of this young man seated by me here. He was the one that forged the signature. We were not the one that asked him to forge, because he collected 200 million from Atiteyu Kaigu, the owner of Barcelona, to do property for him over the person that was there as a placeholder. He did not, and that was the reason why he and the National Secretary forged that certificate in court. They forged the affidavit, they forged the seal of the court, they forged the commissioner for oath signature, and most importantly, I wouldn't believe it that Abure can produce his own treasury, TSA, the treasury single account. If he did his own, produce the receipt by himself and now deceive INEC, upon which INEC now substituted his name. He went to High Court. He won Federal High Court. Abure appealed to Court of Appeal. They lost. They appealed to Supreme Court and they lost. Only 3 days after, for our president candidate to go on here, specifically on Arise TV, to claim that we don't have candidate in Ebonyi. That is wrong. You don't make a pronouncement over president of Supreme Court. Obi did not have that power. We do not want those such characters in our party. You don't come and be disrespecting court order. We have the video where he went on that we do not have candidate in Enugu and Ebonyi. What was the reason? And do you know that in Enugu we lost with less than 300 votes in Enugu, despite all his attacks, asking people to go and vote for PDP. Even Aisha Yesufu, I saw a video yesterday. She supported the APCA candidate against Labour Party. So they have lost all moral to ever comment on each of Labour Party, because I saw a video yesterday castigating the old man, calling the old man all manner of name. And lastly, I'm very concerned, if Obi said he doesn't know our national chairman, so be it. But we know that I and him, the national leader, and others were the people that conducted his primary for him at our next meeting in Asaba. So if he said he doesn't know, that means he's not a member of our party. He can continue to be dilly-dallying with that comedian, Kenneth Okonkwo, because we know him as a comedian. When he go on here, he thought maybe they have rolled out on set at one scene two. He doesn't even know now he's in the political arena. It's just for him to now be talking what he doesn't know. So, Mr. Kenneth, this is not Nollywood. This is political party. Don't begin to roll your at once in one, in our political party. Whatever you don't know, come and learn from us. Not just for you to be calling, casting aspersion on our national chairman, calling him all manner of name. That is not tolerated here. That can be done with your producer, because you know that it is a film that will come to an end. But this is a political party. We are not doing comedy here. We are not doing our dakeri here. This is a serious political business. So you need to mind your language, the one you are going to use in our party. And I know, I just found out that you are just 4-year-old at the back of our party that was removed by Abure in conjunction with Mr. Peter Obi immediately after our primary, succeeded in Kano today to nullify all primary done by Labour Party in Abure and Kano. And by implication, I know they will definitely this will definitely affect the sole government candidate that we have. And the reason was that Abure, as the then chairman, refused to submit membership register to INEC 30 days before the primary. It was an ex parte motion application brought by one Haruna Ibrahim. He used to be our chairman in that place before he was removed. And I think the man went to court, to ventilate the tanga. This is quite unfortunate, because this is the only governorship candidate this is the only governor that we have in Labour Party. And yet, due to this attitude of Abure, in conjunction with Mr. Peter B, to just be toying with people aspiration, with people good intention for the party, this has cost us greatly. As I speak, they did not present any lawyer to represent Labour Party in Federal Court, Kano. They did not. Because when you have committed such crime, they ought to be sniffing around the court to know those, at least, who will, be attacking them. Also, they were in Kano today to submit an ex parte application against a Bachovi Lamina led executive, where they want the court to set aside the judgment of FCTI court. I kept wondering, Abure that called himself a lawyer, running up and down, against what they call for this forum shopping. You are in Benin, he filed a motion ex parte, he knew he had made a mistake, only for him to run to Kano. Kano, where we have our head office in Abuja here, he ran to Kano through one Raji and a pastor as the chairman of the party there. And we got wind and we asked our lawyer to appear. We are now being told to put on notice, though that their ex parte application has failed. Also, they filed an application that we should not be allowed to touch the money in Zenith Bank. By themselves, they know they have their reason. And it's part of what is causing problem in Labour Party.